This video will walk you through the key stitches used to create the horse and the rider. The border is created through this series of triangles. There are various ways you can stitch these. However, I think the nicest effect comes from using these diagonal stitches all going into the centre. What you will find though doing this is that the end of the triangle doesn't end up being a straight line, and therefore, as you can see, I put a couple of straight stitches along the end after I finished to neaten off that edge. Apart from these triangles, there is a long run of chain stitch along the edge. This is a simple straight line, and therefore you can do it easily using a consistent length of chain stitch. The leaves throughout this design are created using split stitch. Again, you don't need to worry too much about how methodical you are with the split stitch, and the aim is really covering all the area. You'll want to do the leaves first, ideally, before adding the border, and definitely before adding the green over the top. The border is created in chain stitch. You will find this easiest to very slightly overlap with the dark green itself. In order to get a neat point on the end, you'll see how I ended the chain stitch and then restarted. The flowers throughout are created in satin stitch. You will find it easiest to work from the outside, bringing the needle down to the middle from the top of the fabric. This is because you are pulling the needle into a smaller area on the inside of the flower, and therefore you'll find it easier to control the needle from the front of the fabric. When filling the centre, you can do this through just a series of long straight stitches. I think it's nice to overlap the stitches to create good volume, given the edges of the flower have so much volume. The horse and rider is stitched with satin stitch throughout. However, on the plan there's certain areas marked to be carried out in split stitch. This is more because the length of stitch in these areas sometimes can be quite long. Therefore, really I'd recommend using a mix of satin stitch and split stitch, as you can see I've done here. On the particularly long stitches, I've split these in half. However, in the narrower areas, I continue to use the satin stitch. Throughout the horse, I'll try to keep the stitches going in the same direction. This will help achieve the overall shine on the thread. There are some areas of the horse which have a much shorter satin stitch, such as around the saddle of the horse. For this, work in the same way, but it's slightly fiddlier, and therefore don't worry too much about how neat it appears as you're doing it. Once you cover the full area and you get the full effect, it will end up looking much neater than you expect. I would fill each square with a consistent number of stitches. For example, here you can see I'm using 5. That way it'll help you maintain the shape of the squares. The narrowest area to stitch on the horse and rider is the rider's beard. You can see this goes round in quite a tight loop. As with the flowers, I'd recommend starting with the needle coming from the outside in, so that you're pushing into the centre from the top of the fabric. As you'll find when you get towards the end of the beard, it gets quite hard to push the needle through, and so you'll find this easier if working from above. Do remember, as with all the designs, that you can use your creativity, and this is just one way to stitch it up.